As a new dad, space has quickly become a premium in my New York City apartment home. In my quest to find a compact yet effective solution to my home gym, I came across the Vitruvian Trainer Plus. Is this smart home gym enough to help me downsize my cluttered apartment? I am pleased to say that the Vitruvian Trainer Plus has far exceeded my expectations. And this is coming from someone who has been lifting for over 15 years. Hey, Dr. Alex from White Coat Trainer. I'm a full-time physician, dad, blogger, and fitness professional. My wife Brittany and I are also former amateur powerlifters, having competed in powerlifting in our early 20s. I have now had the Vitruvian Trainer Plus for over a month, and I can say without a doubt that the Vitruvian is 100% worth it. Brittany and I love working out on this machine. Every time I see it, I just want to turn it back on and start working out again, even after I've already finished my workout. It's literally that much fun to use. My biggest doubt about the machine was whether I could truly do the big compound exercises on it, things like squats, good mornings, Romanian deadlifts. And if it would feel natural. I mean, it is a cable machine after all. But after getting the machine, believe it or not, some of these exercises actually feel better and smoother than the real barbell counterpart. I can actually feel the proper muscle groups firing when doing some of the exercises on the Vitruvian compared to the real weight. And the most impressive part of all is that since getting this machine, I have not touched my squat rack, my barbell, my weight plates, or my adjustable dumbbells. Over the years, we accumulated a lot of exercise equipment so that we can do all of our training from home. However, in 2022, we welcomed home our son. We currently live in a 2-bedroom apartment here in New York City, and get this, the master bedroom is the home gym. Needless to say, we needed to start downsizing. That's when I started to look into smart home gyms. I needed a way to still get my strength training workouts in at home, but in a much smaller space. I first heard about smart home gyms on a podcast. This person was touting the tonal and talking about how it revolutionized their home gym. The problem is, it only goes up to 200 pounds. As a former powerlifter, 200 pounds is nowhere near enough weight for me, especially on the big compound exercises. Plus, I didn't want to mount that thing on my wall. That's when I learned about the Vitruvian Trainer Plus. The fact that it was a standalone piece of equipment and it went up to 440 pounds, it quickly piqued my interest. I also saw some YouTube videos of some really strong lifters shaking as they were doing heavy squats and deadlifts on the machine. After about 2 weeks, Brittany and I were completely convinced. So much so that we rearranged the gym, and now the Vitruvian is the center of the gym. I am gonna get rid of my squat rack, my barbell, and my weight plates. The only reason why I still have the squat rack in the gym is because of the pull-up bar. It is the best pull-up bar that I can get right now. I hate the doorway pull-up bars, and I can't really drill anything into my walls. The other best part about the Vitruvian is that my workouts are so much more efficient now. At the White Coat Trainer, we are constantly talking about trying to make your workouts as efficient as possible. We want to be in and out of the gym in about 30 to 35 minutes. The Vitruvian makes the workouts even more efficient because I no longer have to waste time loading and unloading plates, changing the height of the barbell, switching the equipment around. It literally only takes seconds to swap out the handles or to change the weight from 10 pounds all the way up to 200 pounds. And most of all, I can do it without making noise. You see, Brittany and I usually train at 5 o'clock in the morning when our son is still sleeping, and we probably have sleeping neighbors above us and below us. Now I can do heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, and bench press without making any noise. Another great thing about the Vitruvian is that it's all one piece. You don't need to assemble it. All you need to do is take it out of the box, plug it in, scan the QR code, create a profile on the app, and you're good to go. You're able to start using it within minutes after unboxing it. It's also obviously a lot smaller than my current setup. The machine only takes up 6 square feet of real estate. So that means I don't have to use up an entire bedroom just for my home gym. Now, one important thing to note is that the machine only works with the app. The app is how you choose the exercises that you're gonna do, the weights that you want to perform, and the number of repetitions that you're gonna do for any particular exercise. I love using the app. You can see all of the exercises that you can do on the machine, and you can stratify by alphabetical order, by the accessories that you have, or by body parts that the exercise is training. Brittany and I often find ourselves going through the expansive library just trying to find new exercises that we can do. The app also helps you track your progress so that you know what your personal records are on each lift, and you can enable the workouts to scale based off of your personal best. So the next time that you repeat a workout, it'll incrementally increase the weight on the bar so that you can do progressive overload. Now, the standard Vitruvian just comes with a pair of handles and some ankle straps. You can do a lot of exercises with just the straps and the handles. However, to get the most benefit out of this machine, you do need to get the Pro Kit. The Pro Kit comes with a workout bench, a barbell, a short barbell, a rope, and premium handles. It also comes with a cool workout mat that you can put on top of the Vitruvian. And it also comes with a belt, so that you can perform one of my favorite exercises, which is the belt squat. If your gym doesn't have a belt squat machine, just think about how cumbersome it is to do this exercise. You need a dip belt, weight plates, and 2 platforms so that you can stand on so that the plates can go in between. With the Vitruvian, all you have to do is attach the belt, select the weight that you're going to use, and you're ready to go. Now, the most impressive part of the machine is the resistance system. It uses magnetic resistance to go anywhere from about 5 pounds to 440 pounds, and you can increase in just 1 pound increments. Talk about the most optimal way of maximizing progressive overload. Now, the magnetic resistance feels very different to traditional weights, yet somehow familiar. With that said, the digital resistance does feel heavier than traditional weights. For example, I can bench press 225 pounds on any given day of the week with traditional weights. However, I have yet to touch that or dare to touch that weight with the magnetic resistance. Another great feature is the automatic spotter. So whenever you're using the machine, you always have to do 3 calibration reps for every exercise so that the machine can learn what your proper range of motion is. If you set the machine that you only want to do 5 reps, and on the 4th rep, the machine notices that you dip well below your standard range of motion, it will turn on this automatic spotter feature where the weights will completely unload. It works beautifully. Sometimes I just take advantage of the system and just let it unload the weight whenever I just want to just dump the bar. Another cool benefit of the Vitruvian is that you can actually train with a partner pretty easily. I remember back in the day when Brittany and I would share the bench press machine, it was a nightmare. After every single set, we would have to load and unload the bar, sometimes by as much as 200 pounds, and oftentimes change the height of the barbell because we had different length arms. With the Vitruvian, you can adjust the weight in just seconds. So one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get the Vitruvian was so that I could start downsizing my gym. Now that we've had the machine for a little bit over a month, we are going to get rid of our squat rack, our barbell, our weight plates, and probably the adjustable dumbbells. We also have some other miscellaneous equipment like a cable pulley system. We won't be needing any of those any longer. With that said, it cannot yet replace a pull-up bar or dip bars. So if you enjoy doing calisthenic exercises, you can't really quite do those with this machine, at least not yet. From what I understand, they are creating a V-frame accessory that will allow you to do overhead movements like pull-ups and lat pull-downs. All right, so that's enough of all of the things I love about this machine. Now let's quickly talk about some of the cons. First is the cost. This machine has a large upfront investment. The machine costs approximately $3,000. And in order to get the most out of the machine, you really do need the Pro Kit, which is going to set you back another $500. The other thing is that you can't use any third-party accessories or attachments. The V-Form has a very specific way of attaching the handles and accessories to the machine, which means you can only use their accessories on the machine. The other cost factor is that there is a membership associated with it. With the membership, it allows you to track all of your workouts, all of your personal bests, and it gives you access to a library of workout classes. My machine did come with 1 year of the membership, so I haven't actually yet used it without the membership. However, I have seen that other people have been able to use the machine perfectly fine without the membership. Now, I don't fault them for having a membership model. All businesses need some kind of recurring revenue to stay alive, and I want to see this company succeed as this machine is fantastic, so I completely understand where they're coming from. But if you're someone like me and you don't really use exercise classes and you create your own workouts, then you can probably get by without using the membership at all. At the time of this recording, the membership is approximately $39 a month. The second con is that you can't do overhead pulling movements. As you can see, the resistance comes from the ground up. As such, you can't really do a ton of vertical exercises. So in the meantime, I do recommend that you have some kind of pull-up bar in your house. Now, a couple of other small pet peeves. These are not really a big deal, but something to just take note of. If you are using the machine after someone else, that person has to remember to disconnect from the app in order for the second person to use it. Another small pet peeve is that sometimes I can't get the weight to turn on at the right part of the range of motion. For some exercises, like the squat and the bench press, I can't figure out how to turn on the weight at the top of the exercise. So after the 3rd calibration rep, the weight always turns on the way up. So when I'm coming out of the hole on the squat or when I'm pressing the bar off my chest on the bench. It's not that big of a deal, but it is a little bit annoying. Similarly, for calf raises, sometimes the weight just doesn't turn on at the right part of the exercise. You can play around with it and you will ultimately figure it out, but again, just something that's a little bit annoying. Thankfully, all of these are software features that can easily be fixed. Now, let's go over a full pros and cons list of the Vitruvian Trainer Plus. 1. The machine is very versatile. You can do hundreds of exercises on this machine, including variations of the big four: the squat, the bench press, the overhead press, and the deadlift. It includes plenty of resistance, up to 440 pounds of digital magnetic resistance. At least at this stage in my life, I don't plan on squatting or deadlifting anywhere near over 400 pounds anymore. Next is comfort. I don't know what it is, but some exercises just feel so much better, smoother, and more natural using the cable resistance compared to the traditional weights. Next is the incremental resistance adjustments. Instead of having to increase some exercises by 5 or 10 pounds like you would in the traditional gym, you can actually increase by just 1 pound increments. Next, there's the constant tension. Unlike dumbbells and barbells, where the weight does feel lighter at certain parts of the movement, the machine does provide constant tension like a cable machine, so it feels equally heavy throughout the full range of motion. Then, there's the different training methods. My most favorite one is the eccentric only training. There's a lot of research to show that the eccentric component of an exercise is very important for both strength gain and muscle hypertrophy. I often will use the eccentric only mode for some of my lagging muscle groups like the biceps. Then there's the automatic spotter, where the machine knows to turn off the weight if it detects that you are failing a repetition or if you went far beyond your exceeded range of motion. Then there's the form factor and the design. This machine is super durable and the hardware is fantastic. And most importantly, it only takes up 6 square feet of real estate. Then there's a time efficiency component, where changing the weight of an exercise only takes a couple of seconds, as does switching the accessories. Lastly is the functionality. You can do almost every single exercise that you can think of with this machine. Therefore, it can replace a lot of your gym equipment. Now the cons. First, we have the price. This machine is going to cost you at least $3,500 if you get the machine plus the Pro Kit. If you also want to take advantage of the membership, that's an additional $39 a month. Secondly, you do need the Vitruvian accessories. No other third-party accessories will work with the machine. Then there's the lack of overhead pulling, which hopefully shouldn't be an issue in the future. And then lastly is the fact that you always need to have your app with you. The app is how you control everything on the machine. Without it, you can't really use it. Now, to me, the machine is 100% worth it. And here's why. First, the Trainer Plus will replace the majority of your home gym equipment. These would cost a few $1,000s anyway. Secondly, its compact size is essential for someone like me living in New York City who needs to get a full workout in a limited space. Then there's the ability to get a full strength training workout in at 5 o'clock in the morning without making noise, so that I'm not waking up my son or the neighbors. Third, I value time efficiency. So the fact that this machine makes my workouts even more efficient is priceless. I no longer need to waste time unracking and racking weights and setting up different pieces of equipment in between exercises. You cannot put a price on convenience. Lastly, I'm not a noob. I've been training for over 15 years, and I was also a former powerlifter. Despite my training experience, I have found that the Vitruvian has made me even more motivated to exercise than my current baseline. Brittany has literally not taken a day off from using the machine since we've gotten it. This machine is everything I had hoped it to be, and it has allowed us to continue doing our functional strength training in a compact yet effective solution. Plus, it has enough resistance to last our lifetime. This machine is a complete game changer, and I highly recommend that you check it out. Check out the Vitruvian Trainer Plus by clicking the link below. It is an affiliate link, so I do earn a small commission if you purchase through that link. That way, I can continue making reviews like this one, and it comes at no additional cost to you.